My name is Jerry Holkins, also known as Tycho Brahe of Penny Arcade and PAX. I am terrified, generally speaking, of cameras, but learning new things makes me slightly less nervous. And so do idyllic blue fields with engaging engaging distant farms. It brings people closer together. It's brought me closer together with Chandana Ekanayake, who I know as Eka, and I appreciate that he lets me say Eka instead. I feel like that's very cool of him. Hi, Eka, how are you?
Hey, how's it going? That was a very good pronunciation of the name.
Listen, I did my best. I did my research.
For a second, I thought you sounded like my dad. It was so good.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Listen.
It took me back to Sri Lanka.
Is it vital? I mean, I know that you want me to take a look at, Uber Entertainment's Wayward Sky, but
sure.
Can we just be together?
I love this scene, man.
Is that possible?
This is music by Howard Mostrom, our audio director.
No, I was going to say
it's so good.
This music has got a hold of me, and these little trails from the stars.
Yeah. Oh, those stars, by the way?
Yeah.
Those are all real stars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a real map?
It's a real map that our effects artist Ben found a data set, and he put the closest 4,000 stars.
Oh, he populated it for you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I couldn't tell you what is what, but or where it's from where in the world it's from. But
listen, what we'll do is we'll get Ben in for the next one, and we can just name them. We can just start in one corner, and then we'll go down the other way. So Eka, real quick, thanks for bringing over your PSVR. So Wayward Sky, the game we're about to check out, this is a PlayStation VR exclusive?
Yes, it is, and this build is hot. It's a hot build. I just put it on there. So
do you have any idea what's going to happen when I press start?
We're gonna go blind. We're doing it live.
But also, I appreciate you're bringing the hardware over because I haven't gotten out to E3, and I know that they've had PSVR at PAX, but
sure,
a lot of people want to see it, and so I don't get in their way, but. Philosophically, it's a very different headset. Like, I never really understood the shape of it. And that's because I think that, like a lot of people, I didn't know that there's a button up on the back where you wear it on your head, on the top, that actually you push and then it stretches out to accommodate the human head.
Yeah, and it's not it doesn't sit on the front of your head. It sits on a balance on both the front and the back. So it's very comfortable.
I have a couple pairs of headphones with a similar philosophy where they don't try to put it right up on the crown or whatever the top of it is. They have that, they rest forward too.
Right.
And I find that for longer periods, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, no, I found this to be super comfortable after almost 2 years.
Yeah, I guess you would know it better than anybody, having to come in here and live here to make this game. But that's only the first point of articulation. I didn't understand that there's actually a second point of articulation on the front that moves up and down and forward and backward with a button press to accommodate glasses.
Right. Well, it only moves the sliding part only moves forward and back, but you can shift the whole headset up and down. Yeah.
It's interesting. Well, hey, let's jump in here.
Okay.
Now, I did see this one other time, as you'll recall, but that's when Wayward Sky. Whoa! Did you put this little rainbow in here?
Oh, the little lens lens flare thing.
Did you put it in there for me?
Do you like rainbows?
Well. Is there someone who doesn't?
No, it's definitely for you.
Thank you.
Just for this build.
Thank you.
Yep.
Is there any way for me to interact with these clouds? If
no.
not, you fucked up. You fucked up. Because I can tell that this cloud is different from other clouds. It's special.
It's like classic 2D animation. You know what part's going to break off, right?
I know exactly, and I would interact with it if you would let me.
It's still too far for you.
It's true. But when I played this, in Earth's ancient past, this game was on a Gear VR headset.
Yeah, I think I showed it to you maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it was a super long time ago. Was it nice to get a little bit more beef? I mean, I have a high opinion of Gear VR as a platform, but I suspect when I first met you, you were the art director on Monday Night Combat, right?
Sure, correct.
And which is, in my opinion, the most underrated action game, maybe.
Oh, thank you.
As a multiplayer proposition, it's just flawless. And
thank you.
I think that in a world with any kind of moral center at all, that would just be how we lived our lives. We would play Monday Night Combat, and then we would return home to a loving family.
Right. I like that dream.
Whoa. Anyway, so you're not surprised by that. Of course, you knew. Oh, shit. Ah!
That cloud. What's going on there?
Oh, man.
Hold it steady, Bess.
Okay, pretty smooth intro there, Eka.
Bess, hold it steady.
Yeah, you're saying, right? So I play so many games. Like, even just on the show, I've played a ton of, oh my gosh.
So I like this, Jared. This is the first time you've seen this on PlayStation VR. So I like getting your genuine
Oh my goodness.
feedback on it. It's good.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll give it to you. Much as X is said to give it to one, you know, I will offer a similar situation that DMX would offer.
Bess, are you okay?
Dad?
Oh my. It's me.
Yeah, it's you. So we do a lot of perspective changes in the game.
Now, do you consider that? Whoa! Shit. Nope. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Come on.
So Wayward Sky is mostly played in third person, but we have moments that we transition from first to third.
See, but you know what's great about this control mechanism is that I can literally shake my fist
Right.
at these foes.
So we just crash landed, and your dad just got kidnapped by a giant red robot.
What a great bot. Oh man, so when you like it, when you want to, you're very comfortable changing that perspective as long as you've got a good transition in and out.
Correct. So
Right.
as long as the player knows it's going to happen, or it's the doorway, or it's a scene change, then
Eka, hold on a second.
yes.
All right, so look and click. You chose the word specifically.
Yeah.
I know, it's because it's it's basically point and click.
Right.
But I didn't realize how much I wanted this. Because this is, listen, it was cool on the Gear VR, but it wasn't like this.
Right.
I think the Gear VR version started up here.
Yes.
Am I remembering that correctly?
I think the camera was different. We also, the Gear VR was designed, it doesn't have positional, just has rotational. So, we redesigned the game with the pointers in mind, with motion controls. Once I've tried motion controls out, was the most phenomenal thing for me in VR.
No,
Just having
man.
to be able to touch the world in VR. I think is just
Absolutely,
amazing.
but
Yeah.
also like, I know right away what's important.
Right.
Because I'm not a smart person, so let's start with that. But I get a haptic, like I get a vibration out here, like in the same way that something would just light up, but here it's a physicality.
It's a physicality, yep.
Right? But I don't. First of all, this music is turning my crank, but the perspective, like I completely buy this.
Sure, and then another thing you can do in VR, which you can't see on the screen, is, Jerry, you can see it, you can feel it.
Yeah.
You can play with scale, right? So in that third-person view, we scale you up to be a 50-foot tall person, essentially. So everything feels a little bit like a miniature set.
Yeah.
And then in this mode, right now you're playing, from Bess's perspective, it goes to 1x scale. So it's like there's that perspective change that happens throughout the game too. So we do slight fades between camera cuts. That's your locomotion. That's how you get around and explore.
Yeah, totally. This is click to move, right?
Yep.
So then when I get down into a puzzle,
Yeah.
now I'm her again.
So look up. So it's a slightly different scale now, right? So it's everything feels a
totally.
little bigger, like you're actually standing there. So all this first area is just to teach you just the basic mechanics of locomotion and touching the world and some basic puzzles.
That button is so funny. You know what though, Eka? I didn't understand what it was asking me to do there.
Right.
The first time.
yeah.
Eventually I reached out and touched it. Now I know exactly.
Right.
But
First time you weren't sure. Right?
yeah. Oh man. And a version of this puzzle was in the old one, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. But not as good.
Yeah, we rebuilt all the assets and the design as we, switched from Gear VR platform
Shit.
to PlayStation.
Uh-oh. I don't know how much I like that. God, who's this great little guy?
Is he talking?
Yeah, he's got something to say.
Yeah.
He has a point of view.
Uh-huh.
God, are these guys gonna F with me? Let's see. Nah. Oh shit! No, they are. They're gonna F.
They're just going about their stuff.
Oh, it's his little hat.
Yeah.
You treated the lights like a hat. All right, I'm gonna go in here.
All right.
But I think you might be onto something here, man. Like I say, just the scope and scale, like, I still like point and click adventures. Like, I still really enjoy that form.
Yeah. Right.
But the buy-in, like the investment, just from seeing it and then being able to see it in all these different ways.
Yeah, the one thing that we stumbled upon is once point and click adventure game, when you click, to go somewhere, that you just watch the character go. And this in VR, you can just kind of explore while the character is going there too, which is.
Oh, are you trying to teach me not to push buttons here? Did I learn the lesson incorrectly, Eka?
No, you're good.
Get out of here.
There we go.
Oh, I feel bad for him now. He doesn't seem like he knows how to move super well. He seems like he's not gonna go pro anytime soon.
He falls a lot, doesn't he?
Well, I appreciate it. All right, let's do this thing.
Yeah, the thing that really sold me on VR, about 2 years ago, I saw the early Vive stuff at Valve. Just the scale.
Oh, back when they were showing the first developer stuff?
Yeah. Man, there was this one Portal demo, essentially like an office cubicle room with the Portal 2D characters.
Oh, the little bendies?
Yeah, and that was the most amazing thing for me, just to see that scale. And that's sort of, where this game came out of. I want to play with scale.
Oh, is that one of the core things here that you're messing around with? Like, I'm gonna see that coming back again and again?
Yeah, so you go from third person perspective, which is a different scale than first person perspective. And
All right, I know exactly what to do.
so Jerry, what would you call non-VR games? I don't know if there's an official term. I've been calling them monitor games, screen games. 2D is not the right term, but
You mean, so we need a word for games that are not virtual?
I guess traditional? I don't know.
I mean, my perspective would be to call them games.
Just games.
Yeah, because like philosophically, the VR is modifying
Sure.
the core thing. But I do like the idea that we can think about it in an opposite way. We need to define the rest of this stuff, or it needs a way to define itself. And that's the other thing that would suggest, right?
Sure.
It needs a way to define itself,
Right.
independent from, what you might call its primitive forebears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess we still call console games, and PC games, like platform-based.
Yeah.
Is VR a platform, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly. And is it a platform independent of wherever it might happen to reside at that point?
right, because it's PC and console at this point, so
Now, is this some top secret shit?
maybe.
I love her, I have to say.
Oh, thank you.
Is this a special puzzle? Do I get to make a wind chime? Are you gonna let me make a wind chime?
You're doing it.
I just want to make different wind chimes. Oh, wow. Dude, I wonder...
Grab it, yeah. You can grab it with both hands, too.
Oh, really? Is it like I can milk it?
Oh, man, so there's a game I really want to do, competitive cow milking. This is sort of the beginning of that.
Yeah, this is stage one.
Yeah.
You just like... You don't want a situation where you need to prepare the world sometimes it's said that the world isn't ready.
No,
right?
no, you got it. It's baby steps.
Yeah, you have to create a world where competitive cow milking is a norm.
Yeah, so start with wind chimes, then go to udders.
People are
Maybe
gonna
there's
be
a
like,
baby step in between. I don't know.
oh man, all right, I'm with it. And you have to admit that I was able to devour that puzzle very quickly.
Yes.
And I can tell you why.
Okay. Tell me why.
Intellect. I mean, long story short.
So one thing I realized in here, that it's not a complete fresh playthrough. I mean, the puzzles, everything is fresh, but some of the collectibles have already been triggered.
Oh, I can't collect them.
Yeah. Because again, this is one of our dev kits, and I think it
Yeah.
was a save game situation. So sorry about that.
No,
You're gonna
it's
miss
okay.
some. That's okay. We can save that for the full game.
For the full release.
Yeah.
Listen, you got to get ready for the remix.
You got your wind chimes, so that's good.
That's right. That's right. Right now, I talked some shit before about the puzzles and about my profound intellect, and I'm gonna wish that I had not done that very quickly, aren't I?
No. That's not. No, nothing's gonna be too difficult for you. I think you'll figure it out.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can cue that kind of movement up.
So, are you afraid of heights?
Not.
You seem okay because you're standing.
Yeah,
in the air
yeah.
right
I
now.
imagine that this is some scary shit.
Yeah.
If you are a person who likes the idea of the ground,
Yeah, because I've done demos at shows like at E3 or PAX, and some people that are sitting in chairs kind of freaked out a little bit, looking down on the
No.
sky.
now I've made my peace.
You're doing great, man.
Okay, I think I'm not crazy.
You're not crazy.
I'm not crazy. It's real. It's real. Oh man, I want to interact with these. I want to do even more things with these devices. I think it's dumb,
Yeah.
but one of my favorite things about VR is just seeing how people skin the controllers.
Sure. So, we ideally like for people to play this with 2 move controllers, but we also do a tracked DualShock. So you can play with a single DualShock.
Basically you track that because
The light on the front of it can also be tracked.
yeah, I noticed this on the headset.
Right.
Basically, just like the Move controllers, there are 2 light spots on the front and on the back
Right.
that take the place of, like on the schmancier PC headsets, that take the place of the little IR reflectors, right?
Right. So it uses the PlayStation Move control camera to track those lights.
Absolutely. An existing technology that lots of people already have. Which is nice, because I know that because Jeff, one of the sort of like project manager, producer folks that we have here rocking it day in and day out,
Yeah.
he's going to go for PSVR because, he feels like he's sort of done with the treadmill
Right. Of upgrading.
of PC upgrades, which, would give him access, I mean, technically, right? It would give him access to all this new cool shit.
Yeah.
But the reality is that, I mean, this feels really good.
Good.
This feels really good. It's a good, I mean, obviously the game is good, but the experience, I mean, I don't.
And this is, it's not like you're a VR virgin, right? It's like you got the Vive, you got the Oculus, you've spent time with it, so it's good to hear.
No, I know. I mean, I know I've used all kinds of VR shit.
Right.
And I just don't. I think that, because my question with PSVR, because, I think, and I've said this in other shows, is that this is actually the VR that most people are going to get.
Right.
Millions and millions, like not 100,000,
Right.
not 50,000. I mean, the play that they have here is vast.
Yeah, I was completely sold on it when I saw it at GDC a couple years ago. I was
Right,
like,
but when I looked
oh,
at the
man, this is
stats,
cool. Yeah.
when I looked at the res that's in the HMD,
Right.
and I thought about the device that's driving it,
Yeah.
I'm like, there are actually hard limits here. But because of VR, like just because of what VR is and what it does,
Yeah, and
a lot of that stuff actually just comes out in the wash. Ah, you fucker, you fucker.
the screen's different too, so you'll have a different feel on the screen from the other headsets too. So.
Definitely. See, this right here, great opportunity for a Super Mario
Or
Easter
hidden
egg.
stuff, yeah, like teleport.
Teleport to World 2-2.
Yep.
I mean, that's one option.
Yeah.
Wait a second, I thought I was really smart.
Look around.
Oh. I thought I was a really smart guy.
Look to your left. What's down there?
Okay, this button is good.
Yeah? How do you get there?
I don't know anymore. God damn it, why did I talk that shit?
As soon as you talk shit, man, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Now I'm fucking one-way trip to the bone zone. Well,
You can go back. Yeah, there you go.
all right. So, oh, you son of a...
So we want you to...
Yeah, no,
use your
exactly.
head, right?
Like,
A
that's
little
my
bit?
favorite thing. I talked to Jeff.
Yeah.
I know that you... What the... I know that you know Jeff Popst. Oh, cool. Another perspective change.
Yeah.
I know that you know Jeff Popst.
Is that how you pronounce his name? I never knew that.
I think so.
That's good. I like that.
Maybe it's like Vorv. Maybe there's no true pronunciation.
Yeah, so Jeff, they're doing Defense Grid 2 on VR, right?
Well, no, they already did.
Oh, did, right.
It's,
I mean,
it's
yeah,
dude, it's
they're doing it.
killer. If
Yeah.
you have, it's on right now. It's on Oculus. I mean, I'm sure eventually it'll be on everything, but
I played a version of it with Jeff. It was really cool.
I
love that scale.
no, it turned out to be a pretty good idea, right? So his game plays mostly with this tier of interaction.
Right.
And if you're into war games, if you like war gaming, that scale is
It's so cool.
so intimate.
Yeah. It's a tabletop scale, I like to call it.
Exactly, exactly. And I honestly, I can't wait to see how that. I feel like just that scale, that to those types of interactions, because we already have such a firm model of them in our head.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that's a challenge because
Yeah.
we know when it's wrong right away, right?
Sure. We might have another game in this kind of scale at some point in the future.
Oh, you might.
Yeah, we might.
Is that an exclusive?
Yeah, sure. I said might. So it might be exclusive.
Oh, Eka,
Yeah.
can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What is the reason that you don't track this up with the camera because it'd be nauseating?
Yes.
Okay.
So the idea, well, I'm sure you know this, but the idea of someone, in VR, the camera is your head.
Yes.
The idea of someone moving your head without you moving it is what
Yeah,
gets people
especially on
sick.
that vertical thing. Like, this is part of the reason why I like to have, like, smart, cool people on the show, is because I think of something, and then I'm like, well, I'm smart. I know how to solve these problems, but I've never had to actually solve them. I just, talk to myself
Right.
and agree.
Yeah.
It's not sufficient. Because to my mind, like from a directorial perspective, like that would be such a neat shift, and it would be of a piece with the rest of your perspective shifts.
Right. So-
but if you were to do that, you would. I mean, that vertical movement. Like if you think that, right? Some people ride in an elevator and they find that distressing.
Sure.
Like,
Sure. So we do move. There are moments in the game where we do move the headset.
Yeah.
Or move your view. But in case of an elevator, so it's in first person. You hit a button in the elevator, and that sound and the act of hitting a button in an elevator and have the elevator move feels like the elevator's moving, not you.
I see.
So that's a big difference than just moving the camera.
Eka, I appreciate that you let me control both of these simultaneously.
It's
Like,
interesting. Are
what
you
a
left-handed or
great
right-handed?
what a great interaction.
Are you left or righty?
I have the correct polarity. Are you a left-handed person?
I'm a lefty.
Did I
yeah.
fuck up on that?
No, it's good. No, it's funny. Even though you have two move controllers,
Yeah.
most people that play this game initially we notice they end up using your dominant hand,
Oh, totally.
and they forget about it because you're just not used to doing that in playing games, right? So
It's not important.
it's not important, yeah. But we purposefully put objects to the left or the right, so you're like, oh yeah, I forgot I have this other hand I can use.
Oh no! Shit. Dude, is that the final boss?
Final boss.
Is that chicken the final boss? You understand? Like video games
Yeah.
have final bosses.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes a griffin dies. I know loads of this kind of game stuff. If you ever want to talk to me,
I do. Griffin, let me take notes. Griffin dies. Is that
write it
before
all
the
down.
chicken?
Put
or-
it on notes so that it gets. Are you pissed off at me? Are you mad? You mad, bro? Listen out.
So in the competitive cow milking game, maybe it should be griffins instead.
Yeah. Milk it.
Do
Griffin
griffins have
milking?
udders? I don't know if griffins have udders. I guess in VR they could.
Oh, I see. The whole reason I did that is to draw him over here. I'm on it.
You're on it. Let's go check out that chicken over there.
Yeah, I know. The final boss. we need to come up with a good name for him. The Beakmaster General.
Beak bastard. I like it. I like it.
What,
He's got a Red Baron kind of look. With
is he some kind of cyber chicken? Hang on a second here. He's some kind of chicken aviator?
He's got a goggles and a scarf. Yeah.
Man, this is a chicken to be reckoned with.
And they're really big.
Oh yeah, dude, this chicken is gigantic. This chicken is as big as a fucking VW bug.
Yeah.
All right. The hell?
All right. Let's see its final form.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Dude, now we're in for a fucking ride.
Well, it likes to eat.
Get live with it. Get live with it, chicken. Those seeds. Yeah. Am I gonna ride this chicken? Is that... Am I gonna fucking fly?
I'll see. So, we talked about moving the camera. Movements, yeah.
Oh, man. It's all I ever dreamed.
So linear motion
Oh, is okay.
is okay.
Yeah, it feels okay.
Yeah. As long as there's a sort of frame of reference around you and, elevator rides, vertical, and this kind of thing seems to work okay.
So, oh, this fucking guy. Listen, hands off.
So that's Windjammer.
Yeah, that's his deal.
That's his name.
He looks pretty live. Whoa! Wow, that turned out pretty good for me. Oh, nice.
You made it.
Chicken-oriented twirls. Oh, what's this? Hit the button. I will. Hold on a second. Is this some exposition?
A little bit.
Have we reached the story phase?
Clouds.
Here, no, let me listen.
Mysterious place called Icarus.
Okay.
This flying fortress was home to a very unique family. A sizable home by any measure.
Now, hold on. Did you do this? Oh,
That must feel really good in VR.
Created
Eka.
many great things in his lifetime.
This was animated by a talented animator.
Nothing made him
Andrew.
prouder.
this is amazing. It's all, oh, wow. Did you do this for your boys?
This part of the game?
Yeah.
Oh,
The eldest.
they're always an influence, but
Work.
not particularly.
responsible
Yeah, okay.
for
Yeah.
most of the heavy
Because I
lifting.
play a lot of VR shit, man. I don't know that I've felt like this.
Yeah. I mean, you've certainly know this, right? Being a dad definitely
quiet
changes your
one.
perspective on
Who tends to the
stuff too,
garden.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zadie, the mender and peace.
You think it impacts your work
But
or influences your work?
having kids?
Yeah.
There's no question.
Yes.
You know what's great? Because my kids are a little bit older than you.
The messenger.
Oh, Windjammer. There we are.
facilitator.
But it seems like these guys were cool. What's the deal?
I guess we'll have to find out.
No, there's no question that it affects it. And like I say, once you get a little bit older,
Yeah.
like my dad's work, what constituted his work, involved chopping wood and, doing things like that.
Right.
Doing, what you might call man things.
That's my dad did a lot of construction work.
Was your father also a man?
My father was also a busy man.
Yeah, right. And that's not. I like to chop wood, but that's not my main job. The type of job that I have is similar to your job. I have to make things out of nothing sometimes.
Right.
Right. And what? Eventually, they get old enough because eventually I used to be able to take the wood and put it out into the wood barrel, right? And and I would help him with that stuff. And I'm at the point now where my kids can actually help me write stuff.
That's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about, like at PAX, we have the Omegathon,
Right.
which takes place at the very end. It's sort of the culmination of the show.
Right.
And I was like, son, what if I had an event that took place before PAX? What should that be called?
Right.
And I had some ideas about what I would call it.
Right.
And he said, well, you have an Omegathon. Why wouldn't you have an Alphathon?
Oh, man.
And I was just like, what the fuck, dude? And I said, I try to be cool, right? It's just like, I said, son, that is excellent.
Right.
That is excellent work,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And like with my daughter Ronya, I just finished a book of sort of like super, super nerdy fantasy poems called Lexcalibur. And I just sort of asked her, there's poems in there about her. Like there's a poem called Girl at Arms about just her whole deal. I've never met anybody like her,
Right.
She's something fucking else. But I was just like, when you think about this, if you could make a poem about dragons and fantasy and castles, and she's like, I would see 3 swords hanging from a tree. And I was like, what the fuck? Where is this shit coming from?
And the
Hey, I know you.
of the family, Thaddeus.
Oh man, dude, this is hardcore. This is dealing double damage against fathers. They aren't ready for this jelly. Oh man. Yeah, generally speaking, Eka, people don't interview me on this show. That's not how it works. Ah! I got robot trubs.
You didn't tell me the format when we started. I'm just,
Oh, no,
just
no,
going.
listen, this is great. Next time,
Dude, that 3 swords, that's compelling.
no, dude, it is.
Like-
And so I was able, from that idea, I just put together the idea that, her mother had planted a tree, and then the swords that grew on it were what you would be. And you got to choose. But then the
man.
question in the poem is like,
Oh, man.
are the swords choosing you or the other way around?
Right. Oh,
That's my fucking girl.
that's deep.
It's my fucking girl.
That's awesome.
Anyway, see, and I need to be here for that to be amazing.
Yes.
That would have been cool either
Yes.
way. Oh no. Oh no, what's going on here?
Some of this is in progress.
Yeah. I was gonna
not-
say,
not finished yet.
clicking on the door.
Yeah.
That's a confusing interaction.
Yes.
Chandana.
It's supposed to be a doorway highlight, not the door. Game's not done.
Oh man, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. All right, here. I'll get my grip on it. I know how to do it. Chandana Ekanayake. I don't need this shit here. I'm OG.
Yeah, we had this as a part of actually this might be part of our PAX demo, so we're trying to,
It's Windjammer.
yeah.
Whoa, he's not having any of that shit. Oh, what dick? Bam. Oh no. Dude.
It was animated by Ong,
Oh, that was
Recommended,
great.
yeah.
That's how it should be. Oh man, yeah, see, now you would deal double damage, presumably. Oh, see, and then he's like, hey, take your arm, get the fuck out of here. What a dickhole. Thank you. I appreciate it. One of my other Guardian bots. That's what I'm about. Oh man, well listen, we should probably save something like this so that when somebody grabs it, because I always feel bad, like when I play the demo of a game, oh. What are you doing here, man? Oh. What are you doing here? I'm not gonna touch it because this shit is gonna come out here in a couple months. Oh, I got the upgrade. This shit is gonna come out in a couple months. I don't want to take it from anybody.
Yeah, this will be out with launch October 13th.
This is what I'm fucking talking about. I mean, this thing is basically out. You know when you play the demo and then you have to sit through that all the way?
Right, yeah.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to take that away from anybody. Eka, thanks for rolling through, man. This
Yeah,
is
no
pretty
problem.
cool stuff.
Thank you very much.
Oh, it's my pleasure.